So I'm thinking more about abortion and the implications of abortion. What I'm thinking is we have to accept something. We have to accept that abortion is essentially pre-murder. It is essentially taking a life before it's self-supporting. So I think as I'm considering it now, there needs to be an acceptance of what abortion is, and not any kind of pretense that it doesn't count as murder, it doesn't count as taking a life. I think it is correct to regard it as pre-murder. I think that term is accurate. In other words, it is an action that has severe consequence. It is not an action that avoids consequence. I hope I'm being clear. I'm trying to make the point that we should accept it as being a horrible thing to do, maybe as much as a hateful thing to do, and something to be avoided at all costs, pretty much. But that doesn't mean it shouldn't be allowed. I think it is legitimate to allow the mother to kill an unborn child, an undeveloped child. I'm not sure how to describe it. But I think that while we allow it to happen, there needs to be an acceptance of what is happening. That it is a very awful thing that's being done. So I'm saying we need to acknowledge the badness of what we're doing or what's being done, to acknowledge the bad action that the mother is doing. But I don't think that should stop that from happening. So in other words, abortion is obviously to be avoided if at all possible. But if it is allowed, then we should acknowledge that it is an awful thing that is being done. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't allow it. So I'm thinking it can happen, but it should be seen as a bad thing and preferably to be avoided, obviously. So I think we should recognize the badness of what we're doing, but I don't think it should be stopped or prevented. So in other words, I think abortion should be allowed, but we should acknowledge that there is an awful thing that is being done.